Hey guys, it's Daryl Hively from ReadyProspect. Thanks so much for tuning into this little video. We're going to walk you through our guaranteed results program for our white label partners. It's all about helping you prove the huge value of the marketing you provide, getting your clients better results from the existing marketing solutions, the digital services solutions that you're offering. So I think you're going to like what you see. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, as someone who's been in the media biz and agency biz for many, many years, I built my latest agency, and I'm on agency number 2, by the way, as a way to solve a problem for partners. So the good news is, for a lot of us, is we've always been pretty good at driving traffic. Our marketing solutions worked to drive traffic for clients. But the problem is many of those clients didn't have a solid process in place for converting those inbound visitors, the traffic we were driving to their site. Worse, because they weren't sure if this advertising was working for them, it led to customer churn. So sitting down at the end of the month, going through a nice, pretty colorful report didn't always give them the confidence that it was actually delivering new customers for their business. In fact, many times we found ourselves in a conversation, and maybe this sounds familiar. The sales rep says, boy, your ad campaign did great. We did a 0.015 click-through rate. We sent 321 people to your website, and that's above industry average. And the client would look at you a bit skeptically and say, well, I'm not sure what all that means, and those charts are pretty, but did my investment work or not to help me get new customers? The fact is, many of these guys just didn't really have a solid plan in place for prospect conversion. We're going to show you how we fix that. At ReadyProspect, we're all about helping our partners prove the tremendous value they're providing in their marketing campaigns by identifying the actual people delivered to their clients' websites, and we can attribute them to your advertising. So the key benefits are you're going to help your clients convert up to 10x more site visitors into actionable sales leads. I'm going to walk you through how all this works. You're going to help them lower their cost of customer acquisition, which is up just like everything else this year, whether it's a trip to the grocery store or the cost of customer acquisition. Prices are increasing. And most importantly, we're going to increase their return on the ad spend, what they're investing with you. Now, all of that leads to a reduction in client churn and continued growth in your revenue. So let me walk you through how we do all of these great things. All right, so it all starts with our Prospect ID tool, which captures contact and demographic data on up to 50% of your clients' site visitors, even if they didn't fill out a form, book an appointment, or take any other kind of action. Now, this can be inbound traffic from your over-the-air marketing. It can be from Google that you're running for them, whether it's PPC or maybe some SEO work, their social. Whatever's driving traffic, we're going to capture 30 to 50% of those inbound visitors. Now, when you do the math on this, the average website is only converting about 5%. So on a site with 1,000 visitors, that's 50 prospects a month. With Prospect ID, even at our conservative 30%, that's 300 prospects. Quite an increase. Now let me show you what we do with this information once we get it. All right, so here's what we do when we capture that prospect that's been on the site. Now we're getting a lot of good data, of course. Their contact information, demographically, we're going to talk a little bit more about this information, their address, places, where do they work, the source of the traffic, which is great, tying it back to your marketing, and the pages they looked at, buyer intent. So with that information, of course, this is shared with sales, but we can also do our first of several options for remarketing and nurturing that prospect. The first thing we're going to do is a 5-step email sequence. That first email is triggered immediately. Now, this is something we manage and provide as part of our program. We're also pushing that data to the sales team. So these are leads sent directly into their CRM. We can create a CRM for them or make it simple and set up a Google Sheet. And finally, this data can be used by your marketing team. It can be anonymized, and you can use it to retarget those same prospects via social, display, video. We do postcards if you want us to help you with that. that. We have a national commercial printer. We take care of the design, printing, and delivery. So once we have that postal address, we can push out a postcard. So here's a little bit more about that data we capture. What you're seeing on the screen is actually a screenshot of a Google Sheet, and this is something we often provide to the client, and we can help them sync that into their CRM, or we can push it into a CRM we provide for them. We're getting that contact data, email, postal, phone, demographically, what kind of income do they have, their net worth, are they married, do they have kids? We talk about buyer intent, what pages did they look at? And also really cool, again, tying back to the marketing you're running, we can look at the source of that traffic. So I just highlighted a client that was running a geofencing campaign, and we were able to tie those mystery visitors who came into the geofence at their business, then later clicked on the geofencing ad. So now we can see who was physically in their store anonymously, because we were able to geofence them and capture them with Prospect ID. We have a CRM platform clients are welcome to use, and it's kind of cool when they have a sales team and they want to use this, because they can literally watch the new prospects come into the dashboard throughout the day as they visit the website. Of course, that can trigger the automated sequence, but it also can trigger the sales team for follow-up. Now, if you've been around email marketing and you know open and click-through rates, we are really seeing the effect of warm email versus cold email. Here's a home services company generating 46% open rates, 17% click-through rates. So these are people that have been on the website, they're interested in garage doors, and we're able to close that loop and send them back to the client's website. Here's a national customer. They're doing investment seminars. We sent out a huge volume of emails for them. You can see the open rates here, even at this volume, 27% and a 9% click-through rate. So here's another look at some email stats across some different industries. This is actually for recruitment advertising. A contractor was trying to hire, and they got crazy open rates, 72% and a 65% click-through rates on their jobs. So we put the prospect ID just in their job section to target people looking for new opportunities. So, and then over on the manufacturing side, not typically a category of business that a lot of media or agency partners go after, but it worked great for these guys, and you can see the numbers we delivered there. It's easy to justify the ROI and certainly on the Prospect ID program, but on everything you sell, because now you're just going to be generating a lot more leads. And you know, even if the team maintains a modest closing rate, you can see how the numbers really start to add up. So this is a nice tool our partners use when they're out talking to clients. And again, advertisers don't have to increase their marketing investment, but just by installing the Prospect ID program, we can help them close a lot more of their inbound prospects. So here's some client comments. This was a home services client, a roofing company. They had been buying leads. They were using Angie. They were on Google Guaranteed. They were buying other lead sources, and they really hated that the leads were either old or they had been resold to other companies, their competitors. So they loved that these leads were fresh and exclusive. And one of our partners actually made the sale, and they were just blown away that the client got 135 leads in the first 4 days that the program was turned on. So they were really excited about that. It works across industries. You know, when you combine it with something like geofencing, identifying mystery shoppers both in their store and on their website. This was a furniture store. The flow of daily leads, real estate, you know, that market has really changed. People who focus, this was another agency who sells PPC, so it really helped them justify their programs. This was from a sales guy who sells boats. He liked the fact that he could monitor who was on his website and reach out to those prospects. This was another SEO agency who started bundling the Prospect ID tool into everything they sold to really add an element that, you know, when competing against other SEO shops, nobody was selling guaranteed leads. They were just selling a service. And finally, from one of our media partners, you know, back to my earlier slide, it's a different conversation when you're talking about actual bona fide prospects versus click-through rates and impressions. So some of our partners have called this results insurance, right? And we do it at a really affordable rate. So it really ties back to the number of leads your client wants, which often ties back to their website. But even at the low level here, 100 leads for $99 wholesale, you can mark that up however you want. Many partners are bundling this into their marketing packages. So it's just included. And now you're handing a client a list of leads rather than talking about click-through rates again. But you could see how the pricing scales, and all of these packages include email marketing automation. So they're getting both the lead capture as well as the marketing automation. Now, beyond Prospect ID, we are a full service agency, white label agency. So I know you guys have your own marketing department. You're probably doing all these things, but just in case, we wanted to let you know we did that. Postcard marketing, we can handle that part of the retargeting option. So anybody who comes to the website, we can handle the design and printing and delivery of those postcards. We also offer digital services fulfillment. So web design, SEO, social media. So we'll talk about that. And the AI piece comes with our conversational AI text and voice agents. We can add them to lead nurturing. So we can dive deeper into that if you'd like. So quickly talk about the website, because lots of folks offer web design services. So we're making sure that this is not just another pretty website, but a website that's designed and built for conversion. And that includes installing the Prospect ID tool into the site right out of the gate. So we're just going to generate a lot more leads. We're also going to use our AI chatbots on those sites. Again, booking more appointments, answering questions, capturing data. And finally, we're making sure that these sites are accessible for everyone, which is becoming a big deal in some industries. So this is just a little bit of the features of the WordPress sites that we're building. As we say, we offer web design with new business in mind. So a custom website, and these are our 1 to 10 page packages. And you can see everything that's included there. And this is how we bundle in the lead gen and the marketing automation. So it really makes for a nice package for your team to offer. Here are some of the prices for web. And this is our starting price. And these are suggested retail prices. So our wholesale is half of these prices shown. This is actually a sell sheet. You can plug in your information if you want to bundle in social media ads, display ads, any of the other things that you do can make for a nice package for a client. On the SEO side, if someone has a great looking site but it's not getting found in search, we can do on-page technical SEO as well as off-page. We can create SEO content, and again, bundling in lead gen. Finally, over on the social media side, we can do social media management. So we do the posting for them as well as marketing if they need marketing. Now I know many of you may already do that, and you just may want us to do the content creation. And I mentioned AI earlier, and that really, again, leverages the use of our AI agents that we train to reach out to clients. They can take inbound calls, they can do outbound calls, they can text. They're all about setting appointments. We also can connect them, again, to the website or even their social Facebook Messenger inquiries. We have a cold lead reactivation program. If you have a client sitting on a whole bunch of leads, we can train the agents to reach out to those cold leads and reactivate them, booking appointments. So all of that can be synced up with the CRM. But as you can see, it starts with the Prospect ID program, capturing more leads, and from there we can do a whole lot of good things for your clients. So that's the presentation. Thanks for listening. You can see my contact information on the screen. At the very least, I hope you consider our Prospect ID program. It's a great way to demonstrate the huge value you provide to change a conversation from click-through rates to leads and the bona fide prospects you're giving your clients, and really cut down on churn rates and simply grow your revenue. Thanks again for listening. Bye-bye for now.